Hello, my name is Dana Louise, and I wrote a book, and it's called This Is Gonna Sound Weird, 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 Weird. Can you see that? There you go. That's better. This is gonna sound weird. You can find it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble or some other interesting internet page, whatever. Some other bookstores are selling it too. All right. So why would you want to read this book? Well, I'm a contactee and an experiencer and have been since infancy. Yes, I remember being in my crib when the gray aliens first started to show up and visit me. And then after that, for my whole life, the paranormal and supernatural dropped by, which isn't exactly a lot of fun. Kind of cool sometimes, but not a lot of fun. So I've had experiences with ghosts and angels and heaven and the shadow government. Oh my gosh. Anyway, you have to read the book. So I'm giving you a little snippet, a little taste of each chapter. I'm like, what else am I going to do? You know, promoting my book. But anyway, so I'm not sure. I think this is chapter 13, and it's called Tucking Heads. And when I start off each chapter with a little quote. And this one is from Carl Sagan in the movie Contact. Okay. And he writes, oh, this was like the quote in the movie. You're an interesting species, an interesting mix. You're capable of such beautiful dreams and such horrible nightmares. You feel so lost, so cut off, so alone, only you're not. See, in all our searching, the only thing we've found that makes the emptiness bearable is each other. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple minutes of this chapter. Towards the end of the 1980s, I was going through a divorce. That information doesn't play into the story other than something that I learned recently. Trauma can trigger certain dramatic spiritual responses. Certainly, I was stressed out at that time. This next event happened the night that I told him we were done. Done. That night, I took my usual place in bed and laid there trying to sleep. Why didn't I head off to the couch or have him leave? Too Minnesota nice for my own good. Sharing my bed with a man that I just told I wanted to divorce was not the brightest idea, but somehow I managed to drift off. Suddenly, I was aware that I was having another waking dream or out-of-body experience, OBE, if you want to call it that. I found myself floating in space above the earth. Whoa. Not sure how I got up there, but I marveled all the same. The world was glistening and swirling right in front of me, the actual planet, the big blue water marble. For damn sure, only an astronaut has had a view this good. Except there was no need for a spaceship, spacesuit, or ship, so I guess I win. There was no barrier between Gaia and me. It was breathtaking, an incredible, impossible scene. The overview effect. Flat earth folks should go to the beach with a straight edge and hold it up to the horizon. Oh. So I'm just hanging out in space when I hear some dude talking nearby. A singular voice is floating along in the air. It wasn't in my head, like the babble I normally hear. It was audible, meaning if I could plug my ears, the sound would go away, but I didn't have ears or fingers right then. I was ignoring him until I realized that he was actually addressing me. You talking to me? Here's this invisible guy just chatting away as if we were standing in line at a coffee shop. Looking around, I tried to see who it was, but there was no actual person to be found. He was disembodied and or on another frequency. It all seemed totally normal for him, but this was completely new territory for me. How did he know that I was there? Could he see me because I wasn't talking? I had no idea what was going on. Not a first for me. He introduced himself and told me his name. But do you think I can remember? Something like Steve or Tom, a boomer name. I told him who I was, and then I laughed. Is he really real? Why am I answering him? There is no way he'll remember my name. But I said it anyway. Amazing view, huh? He goes, we come out here all the time. There's a lot of us. You don't believe me, do you? Nope. Then he proceeded to give me his phone number. Give me a call tomorrow and I'll prove to you that I'm real. The United States was just starting to use area codes, if you can imagine that. Before then, you simply dialed the local 7 digits unless it was long distance. 10 random digits were a lot for me to remember, especially while I was sleeping. Remembering 10 numbers? How? I looked down towards where my body should be. Nothing. No hands, no paper and pen. I grumbled my excuses. But he still gave me his number. I didn't recognize the area code. He says it's California. Cool, dude. In my mind, I gave him an eye roll and said, look, there's no way I'll remember your number, especially with a California area code. I just won't. And I laughed again. Insisting on connecting, he asked for my number and promised to call me in the morning. Sure, buddy. He might have called, but he didn't leave a message on my answering machine. The fact that we were sort of arguing about remembering phone numbers led me to believe that this exchange was real. He went on explaining that there are a number of people who attend school at night. You attend in dream time. He was heading that way now. I should join him. Oh, okay, well, have fun, but I'm fine where I'm at. Follow him? I can't even see him. In my mind, I'm still calculating if this guy is even a real person. He went on to explain how it all worked and invited me to visit anytime. Okie dokie, thanks, dude. He probably still out there looking for new students. Part of me wonders if this is Robert Moss who wrote Dreamgates. Dreamgates is about dream worlds and how we can build or access them. It's a pretty cool read. Decades later, I did attend some night classes. I even brought 2 friends along. I'll tell you more about that in a bit. There's a lot that goes on at night. Anywho, who knew? Right then, in the middle of us chatting, I got pulled out. That's what I'll call it, whisked away. I'm not sure how else to describe it. Abruptly, I was moving far, far away at a rapid pace. A tunnel was forming around me that was taking me into deep space. Was it a wormhole? It was just like in the movie Contact. Only that didn't come out for another 10 years. All I know is that I was traveling through a tunnel and rushing at an alarming rate until I was not. I had reached my destination. Boop. Kind of like when Dorothy's house landed in Oz. Oh, I am way the hell out in deep space. Way out. Compression and stillness were all around me. I sensed this even though I was formless, still floating. It's so quiet that it's deafening. Only I didn't go mad. The quiet vibrates inside of you, if you can imagine that. You've never heard this sort of nothing, this deep silence. It's also peaceful. I felt comfortably numb, as the song goes. Complete and total darkness. No stars, no light. Total calm. Nothing. No thing. No thingness. Nothingness. Darkness is nothing. But I see darkness as everything. Everything, everything, the cosmic birthplace, creation, the divine feminine masculine. It was beyond profound. It was sort of like being in a cosmic cave, only floating, like being in a womb, except for one detail, one thing right in front of my face. And I'm going to stop right there. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope I didn't go over my 10 minutes or this platform's going to cut me off. All right. Take care and we'll see you at the next one. Bye.